First off, let me start out by saying this is me before I get ready. And I thought I was going to wait and do this video after I've showered and gotten ready. But I have a tennis lesson and I was like, I may forget what I'm going to say by the end of the day. And I'm always talking about this is a real me. So this is the legit real me. This is what my hair looks like when I haven't washed it for days and I've ran on it and I've slept on it. Anyways, so get that out. This is me waking up in the morning and I get these weird things. So I was reading an article this morning in the newspaper and it was talking about doing what's best for the people you lead instead of doing what's best for you. And this article was saying how we need more people like that to think about not how is this going to look for me? How do I look in this? And instantly you'll think of certain people in your mind, right? And I don't want you to do that. Because I started reading this article and I started thinking about, okay, so I started thinking about my role. And am I doing what's best for those I lead? Or am I doing what's best for me? And sometimes they're the same, right? Sometimes it's, so for me, I started thinking as a mother. And the article then talked about that, it started out first talking about, the leaders of countries and stuff and doing what's best for the country as opposed to what's best for them. And how we need more of that, doing what's best for the country instead of, and I'm not going to get about that, but I was reading that and I was thinking about me, and then the article went in and saying, not only do we need this with our leaders, but leaders of businesses, leaders, in our homes, in our families, but I had already gone there because whenever I read things, I think, how can I become better? That's just naturally how I read. How does this help me? And so those I lead, so I just thought with my family. And do I make decisions that are best for my family, or do I make decisions that are best for me? And I would say any mother, typically I would say 95% of the mothers out there are always doing what's best for their kids over themselves, right? That's, always. Sometimes what's best for the family is that the mom has a break or is that the mom, because the mom, if mom isn't well, then how can she lead her family? And I thought of a time, because then it talked about companies and doing that, and how my husband was put on a project, and part of this project, he was looking at this project and he proposed and he realized that what was best for the company is that his position would be cut. And he goes and he presents it and he's, and I'm eliminating my position because we don't need it, and that's the best thing to do. And how that, that was a huge risk he was taking. But one of the things I admire about my husband so much is that he is so honest and truthful in that, he does always put what is best for the company over what is best for him. I would say the only time he doesn't is he's loyal to one airline. And so sometimes it might take him longer to get somewhere. But other than that, he does what's best for the company. Actually, he will not fly that airline if the price is too much. So I rewind. I do that if it's going to cost too much for the company, he won't do it. But so that's something I really admire. And I think that was something that they, he ended up changing positions, but that he was willing to do that he looked and said, for this company, this is what needs to be done. When he was in charge of this project, And he wasn't thinking about himself and how it benefits him. He was thinking about the company and how to make this company successful, because, as he would always say, this company supports, tens of thousands of people worldwide, just in employment, and then how it supports and helps people. And that means more to him, that this company needs to be, it being successful does A, B, C, and D. And that is so much more than I could ever do as one person. So I want it to be successful. And if that means cutting my job, then I will. And so, again, don't think about others as you watch this. Think, how can I do that in my circle of influence, in those I'm around? How can I do what's best for those I'm influenced, not what's best for me? As a parent, as an employee, as an employer, as a family member, as a community member, as a student, as a teacher. Teachers do it all the time. You see teachers sacrificing so much for their students. Spending their own money on supplies, doing, the amount of time and hours they put into being a teacher. And it's not for them. It's thinking about others. And so that's what I want you to do. Again, of course, people pop into our minds who don't do it. But sometimes there's people who pop in your minds that do. But my challenge is that that's something we can all do, that's something I can do to make my little circle of influence better. So I hope you have a wonderful week. I will look completely different. See, my hair changes colors when it's super dirty, but that's nor here nor there. So have a wonderful, wonderful week. And thank you so much. Thank you for watching and supporting these. The more you watch, the more you comment, the more you like, the more it is seen by other people. So thank you.